The C-3PO era is here because ChatGPT officially has a body. Welcome back to the AI Breakdown. This week has been weirdly filled with buzz about exciting things coming, and everyone has been trying to kind of figure out which of the crazy things that we keep seeing are those things that people were teasing. Was it Cognition's demo of their AI coder tool Devin? Or, as it increasingly seems, was it a demo of OpenAI's integration with the Figure humanoid robot? We're going to talk a little bit about that today, and to kick things off, I highly suggest that you go actually watch this video. For those listening to the podcast, I will leave a link in the show notes. For those of you watching the video, I will just actually show it. It's about 2 minutes long, but it's worth watching in full.
Hey, Figure 1, what do you see right now?
I see a red apple on a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great, can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
Great. Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
On it. So I gave you the apple because it's the only edible item I could provide you with from the table.
Great. So, based on the scene right now, where do you think the dishes in front of you go next?
The dishes on the table, like that plate and cup, are likely to go into the drying rack next.
Great. Can you put them there?
Of course.
All right, so how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. The apple found its new owner, the trash is gone, and the tableware is right where it belongs.
I agree. Thanks, Figure 1.
You're welcome. If there's anything else you need help with, just let me know.
This was a video of the Figure humanoid robot, the Figure 01, engaging in real-time conversation with a human, not being teleprompted, and figuring out how to engage in fast, low-level dexterous actions. But to understand the context for this, let's actually jump back a couple of weeks. Throughout the beginning of the year, there were rumors that Figure was raising a massive round, and that was confirmed at the end of February when they announced a $675 million fundraise, which included participation from Jeff Bezos, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, and more. As part of that announcement, Figure also shared a new partnership with OpenAI. Popular Science magazine, which now goes by PopSci, wrote that the partnership marked, quote, one of the most significant examples yet of an AI software company working to integrate its tools into physical robots. Going on, they continued, Figure founder and CEO Brett Adcock described the partnership as a huge milestone for robotics. Eventually, Adcock hopes the partnership with OpenAI will lead to a robot that can work side by side with humans completing tasks and holding a conversation. By working with OpenAI, creators of the world's most popular large language model, Adcock says Figure will be able to further improve the robot's semantic understanding, which should make it more useful in work scenarios. Now, overall, this AI robotic space is a huge one. Figure is competing with Tesla's Optimus humanoid robot and a number of other well-funded startups as well. 1X Technologies AS, which also received investment from OpenAI, recently raised $100 million. Agility Robotics is reportedly testing its robots in Amazon warehouses, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. This partnership isn't actually OpenAI's first flirtation with the integration of its software into robotics. For about a year between 2020 and 2021, OpenAI actually had a robotics research team. In July of 2021, however, they announced that they were shutting down that team and shifting their focus. An OpenAI spokesperson said, "After advancing the state-of-the-art in reinforcement learning through our Rubik's Cube project and other initiatives, we decided not to pursue further robotics research and instead refocus the team on other projects." This is obviously a big shift. Given that OpenAI had started showing off robotics research in May 2017 and then again in October 2019, giving that research up was probably not an easy decision. Although given we know what happened next with ChatGPT, probably the right one. In any case, I think it puts more color on the fact that OpenAI decided to partner with Figure as a different approach to something that they had always cared about. Now, this brings us back to the Figure 01/OpenAI demo from yesterday. Figure founder Brett Adcock writes, OpenAI plus Figure, conversations with humans on end-to-end neural networks. OpenAI is providing visual reasoning and language understanding. Figure's neural networks are delivering fast, low-level dexterous robot actions. Discussing the video, Brett writes, the video is showing end-to-end neural networks. There is no teleoperation. This was filmed at 1x speed and shot continuously. As you can see from the video, there's been a dramatic speed up of the robot. We are starting to approach human speed. Figure's onboard cameras feed into a large vision language model trained by OpenAI. Figure's neural nets also take images in at 10 Hz through cameras on the robot. The neural net is then outputting 24 degrees of freedom actions at 200 Hz. In addition to building leading AI, Figure has also vertically integrated basically everything. We have hardcore engineers designing motors, firmware, thermals, electronics, middleware, OS, battery systems, actuator sensors, mechanical, and structures. Diving a little deeper on the technical side was Figure's Corey Lynch. He writes, we're now having full conversations with Figure 01 thanks to our partnership with OpenAI. Our robot can describe its visual experience, plan future actions, reflect on its memory, explain its reasoning verbally. Explaining what's happening in the video, he writes, all behaviors are learned, not teleoperated, and run at normal speed. We feed images from the robot's cameras and transcribe text from speech captured by onboard microphones to a large multimodal model trained by OpenAI that understands both images and text. The model processes the entire history of the conversation, including past images, to come up with language responses, which are spoken back to the human via text-to-speech. The same model is responsible for deciding which learned closed-loop behavior to run on the robot to fulfill a given command, loading particular neural network weights onto the GPU, and executing a policy. In just a few words then, Corey is explaining how complex this actually is. There are numerous processes of translation to get from human language and the visual input of the cameras on the robot into actual activity. Going on, Corey writes, connecting Figure 01 to a large multimodal model gives it some interesting new capabilities. It can now describe its surroundings, use common sense reasoning when making decisions. For example, the dishes on the table like that plate and cup are likely to go into the drying rack next. Translate ambiguous high-level requests like I'm hungry to some context-appropriate behavior like hand the person an apple. Finally, it can describe why it executed a particular action in plain English. For example, it was the only edible item I could provide you with from the table. Finally, Corey writes, let's talk about the learned low-level bimanual manipulation. All behaviors are driven by neural network visio-motor transformer policies mapping pixels directly to actions. These networks take in onboard images at 10 Hz and generate 24 DOF actions, wrist poses, and finger joint angles at 200 Hz. These actions serve as high-rate set points for the even higher-rate whole-body controller to track. There is a useful separation of concerns. Internet pre-trained models do common-sense reasoning over images and text to come up with a high-level plan. Learned visio-motor policies execute the plan, performing fast reactive behaviors that are hard to specify manually, like manipulating a deformable bag in any position. Meanwhile, a whole-body controller ensures safe, stable dynamics. For example, maintaining balance. Of course, even beyond the demo itself, what's been interesting to watch is the response to the demo. Dan Fitzpatrick writes, this is a I remember where I was when I first saw it moment for me. I've been researching the embodiment of AI a lot recently and talking about them in my work, but this new robot from Figure and OpenAI is on another level. Bilawal Sidhu jokingly responded to Figure's tweet saying, hey Figure 1, I'm headed out for a bit. Please clean the house, do the dishes, and take the dog for a walk. Feel free to watch a little Terminator 2 until I get back, but don't get any wild ideas, okay? Some people did try to call BS, claiming that the fact that the robot said and stuttered suggested that the whole thing was faked, to which TeslaBot Journal pointed out, you're wrong, you can prompt it to converse like how people typically speak. Put that in ChatGPT's custom instructions so you can have that in every conversation. The demo probably used a variant of GPT-4v where the same tricks can be applied. Indeed, overall, the broad assumption that I'm seeing is that the demo is legitimate and that it really does mark a massive phase shift moment for AI and robotics. Courts even went so far as to argue that OpenAI's new robot is, quote, way ahead of Elon Musk's Optimus. Tesla's Optimus is taking baby steps while OpenAI's Figure 01 is doing burnouts on the track. I'm sure that sort of headline won't inflame Elon at all, given that he's already in lawsuits with OpenAI. In any case, this is going to be an area that continues to see massive and rapid advancement, and so one to watch very closely. For now, however, that is going to do it for today's AI Breakdown. Until next time, peace.